Hey guys, how you doing? Joey Battista here. Listen, this is a big one today, okay? So I'm going to teach you today or share with you the three biggest things, like the three most high valued activities that actually enabled me to scale to $100 million. So what are the three biggest things that enabled me to scale to $100 million? Because remember, there's so many things that we're doing as an entrepreneur, right? You're reading the books, you're building an operating system, you're doing this, you're doing that. All these things are there. But there's levers I pulled in my business that just took off like a rocket ship. And when I say like a rocket ship, I'm talking about I pulled the lever and then I made millions of dollars. And all these other things are essential and they're important. But here's the thing. Sometimes cash is the most important. And the true reward and the true way we keep score as an entrepreneur is we keep score by how much money we make. That's the ultimate measure of it. Before we get going, if you find value in the video today, please subscribe, like, follow, share with a friend. Keep the energy going, right? Let's share it. Let's help people win. Let's dive right into the first one. People, guys. Listen, not just people, but great people. You know, you're going to find things in your business that just massively go in. You'll be struggling, pushing, grinding, learning, developing, growing, trying, setbacks, whatever the case may be. But when you get the right people, the right great people, especially in a leadership role or any department that's you really need to optimize, getting great people is a game changer. That's when you can look down at your financial statement, you'll look down and all of a sudden you get $1 million net income lift. That's exactly what happened. So these are the three things that made a big difference for me. So I'm going to give you a book here that you can read to kind of get your mindset in there, because here's the thing that I do, and I'm going to give you a little pro tip here. One of the best books you can read about this to really get your mindset where you need to go is The 4 Obsessions of the Extraordinary Executive, okay? So let's dive right into the second one. So remember something. These are levers you pull. You pull a lever in your business, it's like pulling a slot machine. You pull it, and you sit back and look, you know? And that's what business is. A lot of times we go in, and sometimes we don't even look, right? As early entrepreneurs, we just pull and keep running. Pull. Then we get a little bit better. We get a little bit, more experience, and then we pull and we watch. But now here's the thing. What hits? What moves the needle? Up, and it comes down at the bottom, right? What's going to raise your top line revenue and what's going to flow through down to the bottom? Marketing. Hey guys, what gets measured gets scaled. Listen, everybody knows one of the most common problems for an entrepreneur. They just don't know their numbers. So what I did is I created a CEO dashboard to help you out on your journey. Go ahead and click the link below and it's yours absolutely free. Now let's get back to the video. I'm a big fan of marketing, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm a big fan of marketing, and not just marketing, a lot of marketing, okay? And the reason why is because marketing is something that you pay to do. You write a check for it, you give them an Amex, you let it rip. Then you can work on the other pieces in your business, and now, you work on your sales processes, you can look at your head count, you can look at your offers, you can look at your products, you can look at your clients, you can look at everything else, and the marketing's just working for you. That being said, you're going to have to commit a good amount of time to your marketing. You're going to have to spend at least 5 hours a week specifically being intentional, looking at the KPIs, analyzing your marketing, reviewing it, studying it, connecting it to the customers that come in, and then ultimately making sure that that money's coming in cost effectively and flowing through to the statement at the bottom. But the point of this video is to let you know the levers that I pulled. Because listen, there's 15 things you can go focus on right now. Remember, if everything matters, nothing matters. So I want to get you really top of mind the three things that I learned that work for me. That's just one way that works. And I can tell you there's very few people that scale to $100 million. So if somebody scales to $100 million and they're sharing with you what it is, it definitely merits your thought and consideration. I really want to go ahead and share that value with you. That's why I really want to hit that point home, because I want to make a difference. I want to help people. And I know the challenging journey of an entrepreneur. So remember, look out for these levers. Marketing. Remember that. Now here we come in. This is the one where we're going to take a big, spend a little bit of time on. Access to capital. Okay? One of the biggest things that I've learned from, and not just access to capital, but access to capital with pricing, with the cost of capital that can still enable you to hit your goals and not to put too much strain on the business, and or making sure that the payback terms are correct. I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs build a good business, and then they go take on money, or they take on debt, or they borrow money at either too high of an interest rate and or payback terms are bad. And I can tell you this is a common thing. We get so hungry looking for money that we just take it and then we figure the rest out later. But in fact, taking money actually isn't the right thing. So this is going to be something that's going to require some guidance or coaching if you don't know. And really, you can walk yourself through it, but you have to ask yourself the question, can I pay this money back under the terms that I'm about to sign up for? If I'm making $1 million a year and I take $3 million in debt and I take it at 18% interest, we'll say 20% for round numbers, that's $600,000 cost of capital. So you have to ask yourself the question, when that money comes in, is it going to be worth it to you? And that's when I started looking at partnerships, joint ventures, revenue share deals, other options. But most importantly, what I did was I built what I call the $2 million machine, okay? And that could be the $1 million machine. For me, I was looking for different numbers. It could be some of you, it could be the $500,000 machine. And what that is you have to get your business airtight, making money so you become bankable. Because at the end of the day, your first round of funds you always want to be able to get is bank debt. If you can get bank debt, it's going to be cheap debt. And cheap debt, it's almost like getting cash, right? Now, you're going to hear a lot of different people. Of course, I'm a big fan, and this is another conversation for another day. I love creative financing. I love all these other things. I have no problem, taking on a partner, right, or doing anything like that if I need access to capital, as long as it works. But what we're talking about is the three big levers I pulled. When I built that machine and I was able to go and start negotiating, getting cheap debt with really good favorable terms, and the way that you do that is you're going to have an operating system in your business. You're going to have the internal controls. You're going to have to make sure that you're bringing in people. You're going to have a sound marketing plan. And these are the big three things that get in there. And we get into financial management and all these other things. But to bring it all together, these were the three biggest things. So your goal from this, and the value that I'm trying to give you today is your goal should be is to hire the best people humanly possible that you can. Now, that's a whole other development for you. You're going to have to be the best leader humanly possible and create the best opportunities to do that. But guess what? That should be your goal. When you're writing this down, I know you're taking notes, you should be writing down people, because that's a lever you pull, gets you in there. Marketing. A lot of entrepreneurs go in, you guys have great families, great networks, you're involved in the churches, you're involved in the community, and they give you great feedback and they come in and support your businesses. But when you're looking to grow your businesses specifically to scale to $100 million, you're going to have to get really good at marketing in order to be able to do that, especially when you want to penetrate new markets. And then the third thing is keep in mind, building that machine, right? Whatever that is, that's the $500,000 machine, if that's the $1 million machine, building the machine and making sure that your books are so clean and so tight that you can in return go to get money from the bank. Over the years, listen, I have a ton of times I've lived below my means for 20 years, 15 years now. Probably 15 years I've lived below my means because my goal is to always be bankable. I try to put myself in a situation to where the bank never tells me no. And not only never tells me no to the terms I want. And they know that if they do tell me no, they're opening me up to go to the competition. And bankers don't want that. Bankers want good people they can loan money to. If you can be responsible and you can pay your bills back and you have a proven track record, bankers want to do business with you. But the burden is on you to become bankable and get access to that capital that you need. Now, there's a ton of other ways to get there, but we're talking about going, scaling to $100 million. These were the three biggest levers that I pulled that gave me the biggest impacts. And when I say biggest impacts, let me clarify that. Every single one of these, when I hit them, they made me millions of dollars. I may have had stagnant times of earnings, but when I pulled these levers and I got them right, I made millions of dollars. So I hope this was a tremendous amount of value for you. It should at least, if nothing else, get your headset right, But here's the thing. If you want to go further with me, click the link below. I hope you found a tremendous amount of value in what it is here today. And if you did, please like, subscribe, or share it with a friend. See you next time.